it's a very big problem in all the metros, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Mumbai especially. But what Astra Trust is, what they do is basically all summarized in this one slide. We traditionally take kids who are actually begging on the streets, we put them through a program, and then we call that Street Smart, and then they're in actually mainstream schools. We also take kids who are actually rat picking right now, and if we fix that problem as well. And then girls like Rajni and Pinky, and there's so many of those kids who basically are stuck at home as housemaids and with like 2 or 3 younger siblings, no education whatsoever. And what the dam does is they kind of all brings them back to something like Fool Kumar. Fool was actually found rat picking, we took her, we put through the program, and etc. So one of the key statistics that you have to know here is a kid, each and every kid will make about 5,000 rupees a month just by begging. So that is an incentive enough for the parents not to put the girls to an education system. And so that is exactly our biggest challenge at this point. What Astra Trust is also doing is, we are not only trying to fix the problem like, we put them something called ABC. ABC is basically an anti-begging campaign. This is trying to help them, like beg them, teach them manners, teach them ABCs, before we kind of really put into a mainstream outreach programs. Because if you find a kid who is like, for example, these kids here, right, and these are actual pictures, these are our kids who are already in some of our programs right now, right? So this is not something put off on the web or something, these are our kids right now. So what happens is like, they do not have the basic ethics of like how to talk to people. And obviously, because they're begging on the streets, they're exposed to all social evils. And I'm going to share a story about Naina a little while later. But again, so the intent is to kind of eradicate the street problem of Astra Trust in Dehradun. And one of the very important metrics that we have to really understand here is when we partnered with Astra, there were only 300 kids. We are already close to 1,400 children right now. And the number is multiplying at a very rapid rate. It's up by 500 plus children, and that's purely because the success of how these programs are being run. So the parents are really started to think through this, and they're trying to send more and more kids. So with that said, I'll start off with a really good success story of Astra Trust, which is Chandni's story, which kind of will paint the whole thing of like what we do at Astra Trust. Go back to this slide. Play this one, yeah.
Crossing and teach them how to draw and paint. One day, a team member noticed a little girl who sat a